Kim's staff, chefs, and nannies have some strict rules to follow while working in the Kardashian West home.
Kim Kardashian's assistants live in constant mayhem. With tons of protocol and extremely high expectations, a work-life balance may not be a thing for these people.
No, and it's like, should I
Do you know
reach
if that will
out?
make you feel better?
No, I don't think he'll probably go off on me.
See, I don't think I would last 24 minutes, yet alone 24 hours in this role, but hey, some people can. Here are the strict rules that Kim Kardashian's assistants are forced to follow if they wish to keep their jobs.
She created a very important rule for whichever workers are with her.
Firstly, Kim's assistants are not allowed to bring any jewelry into Kim's house. Ever since Kim was robbed at gunpoint back in 2016 in her hotel room, Kim Kardashian has held back on the jewelry front.
Two guys holding another guy down in police uniforms, and then the guy came and grabbed the phone from me, threw me on the bed.
The thieves that robbed her took off with 2 cell phones and around $10 million worth of Kim's bling. Since then, Kim's been playing it pretty cool when it comes to flaunting her valuable stuff. And by playing it cool, I mean by Kardashian means of cool, not normal people means, of course. So you won't really catch Kim rocking nearly as much jewelry nowadays unless it's borrowed or fake. Plus, she's got rules. No pricey items, especially not her assistant's jewelry, are allowed to be brought into her home.
An important rule for Kim's assistants and staff is to never have their makeup overdone or stand out with too much jewelry.
She quotes, "I have it all taken from security before I even enter my own home. I can't sleep if I have jewelry in my safe or even any money or anything in my house. I just don't like to live my life like that." Another protocol that Kim's assistants are forced to follow is they can't talk about Kim to her sisters.
I'm just rolling with it, and it is what it is.
That's right. Keep anything you have to say about Kim to yourself. Unless, of course, you work for FTD News and report on all of the crazy, ridiculous things that these people are doing in their day-to-day lives. But I'm talking to Kim's assistants. Keep your mouth zipped about Kim to her sisters. In a 2017 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim and her sister Kourtney had a little chat on camera. That is after Kim's assistant hit the town with Kourtney the night before. The assistant might have had a few too many, or maybe she's just scared of being honest to Kim. Who knows? Either way, Kim's assistant was very open about her dissatisfaction surrounding her job and working under Kim. And she said all of this while she was spilling the beans to Kourtney. While Kourtney was revealing all of this to Kim, Kim followed all of this up by saying that she feels it's inappropriate for her assistant to talk about Kim behind her own back to her sisters. I mean, I kind of see where you're coming from, Kim. She added on with, "Don't you find it weird that you're like wifey with my assistant?" She asked Kourtney. Like, what if all of a sudden I became BFFs with Megan, who is Kourtney's assistant? She said, "I think you definitely think that's weird." What do you think? Is it weird that, Kim's assistant is all fluffy-duffy friends with Kourtney? Is it as weird as Kim makes it out to be? I mean, I can think of way weirder relationships in this family's history than Kourtney and Kim's assistant being friends, but I won't go there in this video. Up next, Kim's staff must immediately own up to any mistakes. See, everyone makes mistakes, even Kim herself. Remember Kanye? Yeah. But the most important part of any mistake is the follow-up. How do you learn and adapt from your mistakes? Well, Kim asks that her assistants learn from their mistakes, but most importantly, that they own up to them and they take ownership for anything that may have gone awry. Additionally, Kim's assistants need to have her closet looking perfectly spotless and organized to a T. That's right. Kim K, the ultimate fashion guru, has more clothes than Jennifer Lopez has ex-husbands. I guess J-Lo only has like 4 ex-husbands, but it seemed like way more in theory. So Kim's got a lot of clothes, and she's also got her own personal squad to handle the ensuing closet chaos.
When Kim tries on outfits, it's up to her assistants to put everything back in its place.
According to an undercover gossip whisperer, Kim's morning routine is basically a fashion show in itself. Outfits are changed like it's an Olympic sport, and her assistants end up playing closet fetch with her, trying to keep it all organized. But here's the kicker. Instead of neatly returning the outfits to their spots in her mansion of a closet, Kim goes for the same method and strategy as I did in university. It's the toss toss the laundry on the ground and wait for someone to neatly fold and return it to the closet method. Except in my case, no one actually did that. But in Kim K's world, it's her dedicated staff's job to restore order in the holy land that is Kim's closet. So late night closet organizing sessions? Oh yeah, those are irregular. And they must be quick, hands-on learners, these assistants of Kim. See, the Kardashian lifestyle is like a speed train, and if you can't keep up, you might find yourself left behind at the station. Keeping the pace as Kim's assistant requires proving that you've got your game on from the get-go. Enter Stephanie Shepard, who first started working for Kim Kardashian when she was about to give birth to North. That is Kim, of course, not Stephanie. Obviously. Stephanie had to say this about her role as Kim's assistant. I was doing the whole schedule, doing her laundry, booking travel, putting the stroller together, and all of these things. But I wasn't nervous. I was just excited, always staying longer than I needed because I was trying to prove myself. And then North came early. I was a brand new assistant who had no idea what to do with a baby. But we all moved into Chris's house, and she was the one who made it all feel okay, and they moved mountains for us. So thank you, Stephanie, for the insight. Additionally, the ability to multitask is not a benefit as Kim's assistant, but it is a must. Not only do assistants have to be quick learners, but they also play the multitasking game like pros. When you're playing assistant to Kim Kardashian, you best believe that you're able to handle all of the daily switch-ups and occurrences on the fly. See, what if Kim just wakes up one day and decides to have another baby? Well, it's no longer just another Tuesday in the Kardashian household, because it's now up to the assistants to start planning the baby shower, on top of everything else that they've already got on their plates. That is, of course, a hypothetical scenario, but keep in mind, it could totally happen. I really wouldn't be that surprised. Another thing that's important for Kim's assistants and that they are forced to do is they must take notes, actively. With such an exhausting list of demands, it's crucial that Kim's assistants remember everything. Stephanie Shepard also said that one of her top pieces of advice for any new recruits to the assisting team is to jot down notes at all times. Stephanie quotes, "Even if you think you're gonna remember it in your head, you're not." We have interns at Jenner Communications, and every time I see an intern not taking notes when they're getting instructions from Kim or another sister, I'm thinking to myself, you're gonna screw this up. Just write it down. It's not that hard. So that begs the question for me, which is, what college program do you have to go through to get an internship at Jenner Communications? I'm just curious. I mean, I was good at taking notes in school. Well, good enough at acquiring notes from friends, at least. If you're hired on as Kim's assistant, you also must be prepared to work long hours into the night. Being an assistant to one of the biggest reality TV families is a job that doesn't sleep, and the poor assistants aren't exactly doing cartwheels about it. You basically need to be nocturnal. Victoria Villarroel, who used to assist Kylie Jenner, spilled the beans in a YouTube video, making it clear that she's basically on call all day, every day. She quoted saying, "It has to be 24/7. She'll call me at 2 a.m. and I answer. I don't have set hours. It's pretty much whenever duty calls." And according to reports, Kim Kardashian demands the same. And finally, these assistants all must abide by a strict dress code. Are you surprised? Considering the fact that Kim is a fashion mogul, it's no surprise that she expects her assistants to dress up to a certain standard. Put it this way, you think Ben & Jerry hired lactose intolerant taste testers? Exactly. In an appearance on the Angie Martinez IRL podcast, Kim revealed that her staff has a uniform policy. Kim said that she gives her staff a choice, a brief choice, may it be, of color palettes to choose from, noting that she prefers her staff to stick to gray, heather gray, black, navy, white, cream, and khaki. So, what I take from that is that my bright orange ramen noodle outfit that I bought from wish.com won't do, eh, Kim? That's okay. I never wanted to assist you anyways after watching this video.
The Kardashians have no choice but to follow some secret rules when filming to make sure everything goes smoothly. This is crazy. Some of these rules are outrageous.
Stop.
One of these insane rules is that literally anyone who comes close to a Kardashian has to sign an NDA. Imagine going to the grocery store to get a pack of gum and everybody in the store has to sign paperwork. nuts. Apparently it's Kim Kardashian specifically that is so paranoid about keeping her personal life in check that she's taken to forcing girlfriends into signing NDAs before even agreeing to go on coffee dates with them.
No, because she's just very judgmental.
But being one of the most famous people on the planet, this is kind of understandable. But these next rules, they are gonna blow your mind. They can't film the exterior of their home at all, even going as far to film a fake home due to safety reasons. With that being said though, the interior of the home that's filmed is completely legitimate. Kim was quoted saying, "My old home in Beverly Hills was really my home and I would get people showing up at all hours, ringing my gate, had to call the police on several occasions. There'd be people hopping the gate and scaring me and it was so unsafe." The Hollywood star tours would stop by too because they recognized my home from the show. Kylie was asked about her extreme nails in a 2017 interview with Elle magazine and how she deals with their length. Kylie responded, "I get them done once a week, which isn't normal." Kendall, who was also involved in the interview, then added that Kris would make us do it. She would have a nail artist come to the house once a week and she would make us get our nails done. She was like, "You are never gonna look like you're not put together," so we were always getting them done. Kendall says she only gets them done now for photo shoots, but Kylie takes her mom's advice and gets them done weekly. I guess that's why she's the favorite. Another bizarre rule is that Kris gets the final say of what's aired on TV. In 2017, Kris admitted to The Hollywood Reporter that she has in the past deleted footage she found unflattering. Just like it's understandable why Kim wants to shield what's left of her private life as much as possible, it's also not surprising that Kris has the final say of what gets shown. And just like many people believed Kendall was privileged enough to not know how to cut a cucumber properly, others had another theory, that Kris knew this and she knew the clip would go viral. They also have social media rules that they need to follow, but is this one really that surprising? Following Kim's robbery, the entire family understandably increased their security. Kim went on to share that she tightened the restraints of her social media even when filming with a large team. Kim quoted, "It really changed our lives. This layer of extra security needed to happen. On social media, I'll never post something where I'm at home unless I know there's 4 to 6 security guards. We know when we're filming, it doesn't air until months later, so we can share that and be free and always be who we are." When Khloe had her daughter True in 2018, she told fans that her daughter will not be allowed to watch the Kardashians until she's 13 years old. However, she's since changed her mind about this rule because she shared a video of her daughter watching an episode. Awkwardly enough, this episode discussed Tristan's cheating scandal. Some of these weird rules apparently come from Kylie, who is said to be a massive diva. The Mirror said that Kylie's behavior wasn't pretty behind the scenes. Kylie had demanded a long list of things. Among them was her own personal glam squad, 2 dressing rooms. She insisted that she have 2 VIP parking spots because she did not want to walk from the parking structure to the studio, which is less than a block away. Take it all with a pinch of salt, but this is what sources say.
Are you dating Kylie Jenner?
The secrets behind Kylie Jenner's failing relationships are officially out. Kylie's latest relationship with her new boyfriend Timothée Chalamet is not off to a hot start, and Timothy is looking for a way out.
We wanted to be really organic and truly representing our style.
It's too much for this man. He just wants to run his little chocolate factory.
I think it's just a form of expression in a way.
Yeah, and she's not letting him. So here's what's causing Kylie Jenner's relationships to go down in flames. Are you ready? Well, if Kylie Jenner is your girlfriend, be prepared to give up your privacy. And I'm not talking about the paparazzi. I'm talking about Kylie knowing all. According to a source close to Timothée Chalamet, first, Kylie wanted him to cut ties with all of his exes, even the ones he still considers friends. And Timothée has dated a lot more people than anyone realizes, including the likes of Lily Rose Depp and Madonna's daughter. But Kylie is suspicious of any woman in his life, even the ones that he's working with. And not only are they spilling the tea, but the tea is piping hot, claiming that Kylie is not just keeping an eye on Timothée, she's practically got a backstage pass to his digital life. Apparently, Kylie's strict rules for her relationship include Timothy's social media passwords and a live GPS tracker on his whereabouts. And here's the kicker. Apparently, Timothée is cool with this level of relationship surveillance? Well, we don't know, because the source continued to tell Heat magazine the following. Timothée is obviously under her spell and jumps to her defense when his friends give him a hard time. And to be fair, my friends would probably give me a hard time too if I was as whipped as this man. But that's just how modern relationships seem to be, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't know, I'm single AF. But for Kylie, who's been through multiple iterations of boyfriends, it's possible that she has trust issues, and these stem from her previous relationships. Let's just say Kylie doesn't tend to fling around with men who aren't on the same status level as her and her family. And as we've seen through her previous relationships with Tyga and Travis Scott, they can be a little crazy. Those are separate relationships, by the way, not at the same time. Travis and Kylie's relationship was like a yo-yo. Up, down, with breakups and makeups, a kid over here, a kid over there, a media blow up here, and then a lovey-dovey Instagram post there. And unfortunately, the love story hit the rocks in 2023, just before Kylie was linked to Timothy. And apparently there have been multiple rumors that Travis Scott's inability to remain loyal to Kylie was ultimately what caused their demise. So this is what happens when your entire career is based around rapping about having unlimited women, unlimited money, and lots of illegal things. Because I guess your priorities just get all scrambled, right, Mr. Scott? And who can blame Kylie for having trust issues when her baby daddy was apparently making his way around town? And I don't just mean on tour, if you get my gist. And to complicate everything, it's been reported that Timothy is struggling to keep up with Kylie's lifestyle, including all the luxury and the fame, the constant media attention, and the pressure to uphold his status to the cameras. But what did this man expect? You think you're gonna live your relationship under a rock like you're Patrick Star? Give me a break! Listen, it seems like if you're the lucky dude who gets your turn with Kylie Jenner, you gotta realize this ain't your typical relationship. This is a reality show. I'm talking cameras, scripts, mic'd up conversations, glorified middle school drama. And I do mean middle school drama, as there were legit allegations that Kylie Jenner has been so possessive of Timothy that she didn't let Selena Gomez take a picture with him at the red carpet. And listen, Kylie, I know you've had trust issues with men in the past, but it's not like a couple of pictures on a carpet is cheating. Or maybe it does count as cheating in Kylie's mind. Honestly, I really don't know. And to be honest with you, I don't care.
I'd say parenting is the thing that has taught me the most about myself.
These Kardashians are more than a circus of clowns. They're a parenting circus. The clown part is up for debate. There are some insane guidelines that the Kardashians make their kids follow.
I am just in protection mode of my kids.
Some of these are like, no kidding, and others are like, OMG, wait, are these real people from a real family? Here are the craziest guidelines that the Kardashians make their kids follow. First up, they are not allowed to hear or say the word fat. Kourtney Kardashian revealed in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that she does not want her children to hear the word fat or ever use it in a sentence, unless they are in a spelling bee, of course, although that would be an extremely low-level spelling bee for the average person. Maybe not for the Kardashians. Anyways, Kourtney got extremely upset with her mother Kris for saying the word fat around her children.
There's not even 1% that I yelled.
Kourtney basically told her mom off after Kris asked Kourtney if she looked fat in front of Kourtney's daughter. Kourtney got really upset and explained that her reasoning behind that censorship is to avoid the children from ever being self-conscious. Kourtney said something along the lines of, they say if a mother is confident about her body, that the daughters are way more likely to be so too. The kids have to stay with their bodyguards. Obviously, there have been some serious situations in the past that have reinforced the need for constant security around this family. Take the robbing that Kim Kardashian had happen to her in Paris, for example. Now, although that may be an extreme, it makes sense that the kids of the Kardashians are all going to have heavy security around them at all times.
My kids don't know anything.
According to a source, the kids being napped is Kim's biggest fear. She previously didn't want to shell out for armed security, but now she realizes the family needs 24-hour protection. And in 2022, Kim made headlines for the time she paid for extra security at her kids' school, after Kanye West posted the name of the school on social media. That's such a 2022 Kanye type of move, honestly.
Security beefed up at the school Kim and Kanye's kids go to.
They can appear on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but they can't watch it. Kim told the cameras that she and Scott Disick are extremely hesitant to let the kids watch any episodes of Keeping Up. This could be explained based on the constant cringe moments that are surfaced throughout the show, and what Kim Kardashian believes are moments from her past that her children most definitely do not want to see. Kim even got specific about people that she didn't want her kids to see, such as the time she said, "I don't don't really want to explain like who Kris Humphries is. And truth is, there are a lot of men that you probably don't want to have to explain to your kids. Right, Kim? Including Ray J, and even their own father, Kanye. But we can cross those bridges when we get there, Kim. Filming is top priority for the kids. It's been made clear that for the Kardashians, the top-notch priority is all about filming their hit reality show. Can you believe it? Yes, it's actually very believable. Even little Mason Disick, who was just 6 back in the day, had to skip regular kindergarten and opt for homeschooling. Why? Because he was busy shooting season 11 of the show, of course. Talk about starting young in showbiz. They're expected to go to school. Hold on, wait, this is a strict rule? Listen, this is such a given that it almost sounds stupid. According to Kim, when her daughter isn't in the mood to go to school, Kim bribes her with makeup. What a life. She also used to bribe Northwest with candy so that she did not act up during fashion shoots.
Strict rules Kylie Jenner forces her nannies to follow. So there's a very strict vetting process. Back in 2018, when Stormi was just born, Kylie wasn't really thinking about getting a nanny. But she quickly realized that being a single mom was no joke. Mama. She said, nope, not gonna do this alone. And she hired 4 nannies for her kids. But these weren't just any nannies. Oh no, they had to go through a super strict hiring process to make sure they were the best of the best.
Get out of here!
They've all been thoroughly vetted, and she keeps them on rotation, a source said. As a first-time mom, there can be a lot of things she's unsure about, and she wants to make sure that Stormi has the best care possible. And guys, I don't think anyone's gonna hate on that. I mean, she has the funds, she has the resources. Of course she's gonna provide the best for her daughter. Like, come on, that's just common sense, and I would do the same. Anyways, here's another thing. Nannies must keep secrets. Kylie Jenner is of course a big celebrity, so of course there's so many things that needs to be kept under wraps, and that includes her kids. Even her nannies have to keep certain things confidential. So at the time that her 7-month-old son's name was Wolf, and then it changed to Ari in June 2023, several months after his first birthday, there were so many details about her son that was actually kept a secret. The secrecy thing seems to run in the whole family. They're known for having strict NDAs, and I mean, obviously this also makes sense. She doesn't want people to know what's happening in her home 24/7. Like, the whole point of hiring nannies is to make her life easier, not more stressful, so completely makes sense in my opinion. So another thing is that the nannies must update Kylie throughout the day. Kylie Jenner is obviously a very busy person, but she always makes times for her kids, and that's something we have to credit her for. She has some amazing nannies who help her out by sending photos and videos throughout the day so she can stay connected with her little ones. In a YouTube video that shows what her day in the life is, Kylie can be seen video chatting with her daughter and getting updates on her cousins. Even before she had to run off to a meeting, she makes sure to check in with Stormi, which just goes to show how much she cares about being a good mom and running her business. So there's actually multiple nannies assigned to each child. So Kylie Jenner, who hired 4 nannies for her daughter, did the same thing for her son. So when her son was born, Jenner went all out and hired 8 nannies for him. That's a lot of nannies. Just like Stormi's nannies, her son's nannies are actually chosen and vetted, obviously the same way that Stormi's were. So with so many nannies taking care of her kids, Jenner can just, chill and know that they're in good hands, and she just wants the best for them and make sure that they're attended to at all times. Another very important thing for Kylie is that the nannies are willing to travel. So obviously she travels around the world for work, vacation, and whatever else she's doing in her life. And she prefers that the nannies come with her to take care of the kids whenever they're traveling. Obviously this makes sense. It's definitely not easy to travel with kids, and having a nanny is definitely ideal, especially now that she's a single mom. And according to Daily Mail, back when Jenner and Travis Scott were together and they took their first family vacation to Turks and Caicos in 2018, Stormi's nanny was required to join them and look after her. So I'm assuming the same thing would happen when she travels on her own now with 2 kids on her hands, because that's definitely more intense. So nannies must follow Kylie and Travis's self-discipline rules. Travis Scott actually said, we try to do a more natural vibe with parenting, more self-discipline. Okay, you know what you gotta do? Go to bed at 9. Are you gonna stay up till 11, or are you gonna go to sleep now? And it's so cool to hear her say, "I'm going to go to sleep, y'all." Since they prefer a laid-back parenting style, they expect their nanny to follow suit when taking care of the kids, pretty much keeping the same energy and not, throwing them off. And I think that's awesome. I think it's clearly working for them, and if that's making everyone happy, then so be it. So another thing that's important is they have to be on call 24/7. So all the Kardashian Jenner moms have one common rule for their nannies, and Kylie Jenner is no different. According to Radar, the nannies have to be available for the kids no matter what time it is, day or night. While that might sound pretty intense, I'm sure they're getting compensated with a pretty nice paycheck, so maybe don't feel too bad for them. So the nannies are actually not allowed to be on their phones. Kylie wants her nannies to be 100% focused on the kids when they're on the clock, and she doesn't want them to be distracted by anything, especially not their phones. And this is probably another thing to keep a bit of privacy, because you never really know. Even Kim is on the same page. She has a strict no phone policy for her nannies too, and she told her son no nanny is allowed a mobile phone when they're working. It's a fireable offense to be caught with one. So they're really not playing games here. They said don't go on your phone or else you're fired. Kylie is very strict on not passing germs to the kids. When Stormi was very young, Kylie and Travis were like hawks. They made sure she was safe and sound. They kept a close eye on their staff, especially the nannies, to ensure they were always healthy, and when they were around them, they also didn't have any issues. Kylie got boxes of medical masks for people to wear around Stormi because she doesn't want her exposed to any germs. She's still so brand new, a source told Hollywood Life at the time. Yeah, and anyone who came to visit the family, including Stormi, had to take some extra steps too. Kylie made all the guests wear them, basically. I mean, listen, Kylie Jenner has a lot on her plate. She's balancing motherhood as a single mom with 2 kids now. She runs her successful businesses. You got Kylie Cosmetics, Kai now, and all these other things she's got going. She keeps up with the reality TV show. I mean, obviously her life is quite busy, and she's not going to be able to do it all alone. And I mean, listen, if she has the resources and money to be able to provide her kids with the best nannies and the best people around them, why not do it? And you know what? If she has these strict rules, it makes sense. She's paying them, so obviously she can have say in what she wants for her kids. And listen, at the end of the day, if they don't want to follow it, then just get another job. I know she pays them well, so it's fair enough. And what do you guys think? Do you think that these rules are unreasonable, or do you think they're fair? Personally, I think they're pretty fair, and shout out to Kylie for making sure her kids are always top priority.
When it comes to parenting, Kim Kardashian West is no dummy.
Kim Kardashian has a very strict set of rules that Kanye West has to follow in order to see his children.
Kim's life co-parenting with Kanye West has to be pretty interesting, don't you think?
The exes, who divorced back in 2022, share 4 kids together: North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm.
Shouldn't surprise you to know that little North, Saint, Chicago, and now baby Psalm are in good hands.
And although they're no longer together, the two are faced with having to navigate the world of co-parenting, which many people know it can be a real struggle. Kanye has been at the center of many controversies and has been heavily criticized for his behavior, which is why Kim has implemented some boundaries for the family. So here are some of the rules that Kanye has to keep up with to see his kids.
Thankfully, nap time is one rule that Kim does not budge on.
Kanye is not allowed to damage them. Pretty reasonable. A source tells People magazine that Kim recognizes the love Kanye has for their kids and how much they love their dad. Kim just wants him to be careful when dealing with them to avoid any potential damage. Another rule, which honestly should go without saying, is that Kanye must show the kids how much he loves them. The source says that Kim wants her kids to connect with their dad, but she insists that he shows them love and care.
She's strict about phone use for herself too.
The source also revealed that Kanye can FaceTime the kids anytime he wants. Kim realizes the importance of dad time and doesn't want to take that away, which is why she's apparently never threatened to keep him from the kids. But of course, there is a catch. All visits must be supervised by a nanny. Now, Kim isn't the only one who gets to make some rules. Kanye's request is that Kim is not present for their supervised visits, and this seems like a fair deal to me. And according to the source, Kim agreed.
And the internet always has some intense feelings about everything they do.
She also gave the green light for their kids to attend Kanye's Donda Academy for choir. However, it had to be after school and not during the school day. But when it comes to the Kardashian home, it is not an open door policy for Kanye. While Kim is happy for him to see the kids whenever he wants, he is not allowed to simply walk into their home as he pleases. And this rule was seemingly confirmed by Kanye in an interview with Access Hollywood, where he revealed that security stopped him at Kim's gate and prevented him from entering the property when he arrived to pick the kids up for school. Which leads us to our next rule: all visits must be scheduled in advance. So following the security incident with Kanye, a source revealed to Page 6 that Kim asked for better communication from him rather than just showing up at her home unannounced in an attempt to keep healthy boundaries between Kanye and the kids. So this whole situation broke one of Kim's biggest rules.
I apologize for any stress that I have caused, even in my frustration, because God calls me to be stronger.
All matters concerning the kids should be kept private. This is such an important one, especially for the children of two major stars. Another source told Page 6 that Kim was very upset at Kanye's decision to speak about the incident publicly, adding that she has always protected the kids and kept things quiet and has always protected him.
One day, I was in your mom's bathroom with her.
Like scared of you now, like that you're capable of waking up the next morning with a smile on your face.
Do you have any messages to the baby? I was so happy. I was proud of her.
Here are the rules that Kylie Jenner forces her friends to follow, and there are no exceptions. There's some rules when it comes to dating exes. So Kylie has a strict policy against her friends dating any of her exes, as well as any exes of the Kardashian Jenner family in general. Now this decision was influenced by the fallout from the Tristan Thompson cheating scandal, where he cheated on Khloe Kardashian with Kylie's former best friend, Jordyn Woods.
I wasn't even gonna tell you guys this, but Jordan hit me last night.
Now the betrayal caused a significant rift in the family, leading to Jordyn being cut off completely. Now Kylie makes it clear to her friends that dating any of her or her family's exes is completely off limits and will not be tolerated. The next rule is to not be friends with Jordyn Woods. In the aftermath of the cheating scandal involving Jordyn Woods and Tristan Thompson, Kylie Jenner distanced herself from her former best friend and cut ties with her. As a result, Kylie made it clear to her other friends that she did not want them to maintain any type of contact or friendship with Jordyn either. And Kylie's other best friend, Anastasia Karonikolo, also known as Stassi Baby online, she previously confirmed that she is no longer friends with Jordyn either, but she cited personal reasons for her decisions. But come on, we all know that Kylie influenced that decision. However, it does now appear that the situation might have evolved since then. Like in July of 2023, Kylie was seen with Jordyn Woods, and this suggested that their relationship has actually improved.
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods have reunited for the first time in 4 freaking years.
And depending on how close Kylie and Jordyn currently are, the rule of not being friends with Jordyn may no longer be in effect. Kylie also wants her friends to keep silent about things that are going on in her life. Kylie Jenner values her privacy and expects her close friends to respect that by keeping certain aspects of her life, such as her pregnancies and births, a complete secret. Like when she was pregnant with her daughter Stormy, Kylie went to great lengths to keep the news hidden from the public and made sure that all of her friends did the exact same thing. Now, there was a source that revealed that maintaining the secrecy of Kylie's pregnancy was extremely challenging for her friends. They had to keep the news under wraps for the entire pregnancy, which definitely put them in a very difficult position.
Right? She always
that's what she said. She was born to be a mom. She was born to be a mom. I mean, and that's the thing is, and it's like I still get chills.
The next rule Kylie Jenner forces her friends to follow is that Kylie decides the outfits that they're gonna be wearing. When it comes to dressing up and coordinating outfits, Kylie Jenner takes the lead among her friends. She enjoys wearing matching outfits, especially with her best friend, Stassi Baby. And their friendship actually goes way back, and they have made it a tradition to wear matching outfits since their middle school days. Kylie has a keen eye for fashion and enjoys curating outfits, not just for herself, but also for her friends. And for Kylie, fashion is a way to bond with her friends and to create memorable moments through shared style. By taking the role of outfit planner, she ensures that their coordination looks on point. and they're always ready to snap some photos and post on social media. Kylie also makes her friends put her as a priority over her sister Kendall Jenner. Kylie Jenner values loyalty and expects all of her friends to prioritize her friendship with her. This possessiveness over her friends led to a feud between the two sisters, Kylie and Kendall, regarding their mutual friend Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber. While Kendall was good friends with Hailey's cousin Ireland, which often led to Kendall and Hailey spending time together, Kylie was best friends with Hailey and didn't like that Kendall and Hailey were hanging out so often. Initially, Kylie was very upset about this, but Kendall Jenner, she intervened and worked out a way to fix the whole situation. Kendall Jenner refers to this as their love story, and this really shows that their bond is really strong, strong enough to overcome these types of disagreements.
Kim's staff, chefs, and nannies have some strict rules to follow while working in the Kardashian West home.
Strict rules that Kim Kardashian makes her housekeepers follow. In 2014, Kim Kardashian, along with her then husband, Kanye West, purchased their first home shortly after they tied the knot.
We were going on a walk one day, and I said, this was my dream home, this house here.
After Kardashian filed for divorce in 2021, the reality star purchased the home from West for $23 million.
Kim Kardashian buys LA home from Kanye West for $23 million amid divorce.
Now, back in 2021, she was reportedly worth $1 billion. Despite being known for her lavish lifestyle and impeccable fashion sense, Kim has been gaining attention lately for an entirely different reason, her net worth. With a fortune estimated to be around $1 billion, the reality star turned business mogul is definitely sitting pretty on top of the world.
Kim Kardashian has officially become a billionaire according to Forbes.
Now, Kardashian's home is the definition of minimalism and simplicity, and to keep it that way, the Skims founder has a few strict rules in place for her housekeeping staff, who are tasked with making sure everything is up to par.
She created a very important rule for whichever workers are with her.
First on the list of rules, Kim requires certain sheets on her bed. According to Radar Online, a source claimed that Kardashian has a certain preference when it comes to the type of sheets she wants on her bed. She would only use white silk linens, and she was very particular about them. They had to be silk and they had to be changed daily, the source said. Of course, since the sheets were stark white, by the next day they'd be ruined. Every single morning her white sheets would be covered in makeup. There was always mascara and foundation everywhere. Why is she not cleaning her face before bed? Great question. Number 2, Kim has been accused of refusing to give housekeepers breaks. Back in May 2021, a slew of former housekeepers who worked for Kardashian filed a lawsuit against the mogul after she failed to pay them overtime, cover expenses, and provide legally mandated breaks. According to NBC News, workers accused Kardashian of withholding 10% of their pay for taxes and not reporting their employment to tax authorities. Plaintiffs never received any pay stubs, were not paid on regular pay periods, were not given their required meals and rest breaks. The lawsuit filed by LA attorney Frank Kim told the news outlet. In response, a representative for Kardashian said the former housekeepers were not employed by Kardashian but through a third-party vendor that had no affiliation with the reality star. Number 3, housekeepers must sign NDAs before starting. Now, if you're hired to work for Kim Kardashian, you're most likely going to be asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Kim's staff and assistants all sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement.
When it comes to the Kardashian-Jenner family, they definitely want to make sure that their employees aren't spreading their personal business to the press. In the past, Kardashian has been vocal about her love of NDAs. During a 2019 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it was revealed the strict measures that Kardashian had been taken when it came to her security, which caused the Skims founder to publicly announce her adoration for non-disclosure agreements. And 4, they even have to clean up after Kim's children. When it comes to Kardashian's 4 children, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm, they leave a considerable amount of mess behind for their mom's housekeepers to clean. During a July 2022 interview with Allure, Kardashian shared that North's been into special effects makeup. She continued saying that while she and her family had been at a home they'd rented for the summer, North decided to prank Kardashian by doing makeup on herself and her younger sister Chicago, making the entire room look like a murder scene. The realistic look and murder scene had even given Kardashian's housekeeper a good scare. The housekeeper came and tried to call the authorities and called the homeowner thinking it was a full real murder scene, and I had to let them know it was completely just a prank and my kids were doing special effects makeup. Guys,
Guys, the Kardashian nannies have recently spilled what it's like working for them, and it's wild.
Nannying for someone as rich and famous as Kim Kardashian may seem like a dream job, but actually, it's serious business.
This is more crazy than you'd expect. Have you ever wondered what chaos lurks behind those glamorous Instagram posts? Well, one insider is spilling all of the tea. We've got some nanny gossip hotter than a Kardashian selfie. One of the nannies spoke all about what it was like to work for them. So apparently, Kim spoils her kids, and Kourtney's demands are just straight up insane.
Although I don't think it is.
In the past, Kim criticized Kourtney's parenting style, saying that Kourt can't even keep a nanny due to the bad behavior of her children. There was a source that actually backed this up, saying that Kourtney goes through nannies pretty frequently. They said Kourtney either fires the nannies or they get fed up with her children misbehaving and quit. The source also claimed that Kourtney isn't a fan of rules, including bedtimes, and said her home is full of chaos most days. She said that Kourtney's kids rule the house and Kourtney's demands are insane.
Well, I'm trying not to hurt you, baby.
She sent her on a trip way out of the way to a health food store to buy ingredients for an organic breakfast. The nanny also said that Kourtney is living in her own world and doesn't care how ridiculous her demands are. In Kourtney's words, she said, "I find with my kids that coming from a more loving approach works best." Well, if that works for her, then good for her. When it comes to Kim, the nanny said that Kim gives her kids whatever they want, when they want. She said Kim absolutely spoils them. The nanny went on to say if one of them is into space, she'll look into taking them to NASA headquarters. She has the means to provide really cool things, and they're good kids. That's pretty great, and if she has the means, why not? Her daughter North is a genius and absolutely hilarious, so whatever she's doing, it's clearly working.
North tried to bite my nanny.
So Kim pays her nannies $100,000 a year, but she does have some rules for her employees. She requires her staff to wear neutral hues to coordinate with her Zen home decor. I mean, that's kind of like a uniform, right? People wear uniforms to work. The nanny also said that Kim works 14 to 16-hour days, so it means the nannies are at work for really long days. But isn't that the reason why people need a nanny? Obviously, if you're away at work for 14 to 16 hours, you're gonna need help. Long hours, yes, but that's what they're paid for. Khloe Kardashian has always been my favorite Kardashian. She just seems like such a genuine and kind person. She has a very special relationship with her two sons, and apparently that also extends to her staff. Word is that she treats her staff like family and gives out massive bonuses around the holidays. And when her staff has to go away on holiday, she makes sure to book them the best hotel rooms. Khloe is so awesome that even if she does have helpers on deck, she still makes sure to put her kids to bed at night and get them ready in the morning. Apparently, the only time she really takes for herself is when she goes to the gym. She really makes an active effort to spend time and take care of her family, even though her nannies could do that. But it makes total sense why the Kardashians would need nannies to help them manage. They all work an insane amount. They have an empire to take care of. They are always expanding, and they have their own businesses on top of everything else that they do. Kris Jenner has 13 grandchildren, and she said in the past that it's been difficult to spend time with all of them one-on-one. She was quoted saying, "I often say to myself that I really should be the kind of grandmother that takes my grandchildren to dinner like once a month. Like really get to know your grandchild and see what's happening in school and all this stuff." And I thought if I did that, it would take half a month just to go out to dinner with my grandkids. And I'm like, nope, not going to do that. They're not getting that out of me. She promised her grandson Mason that if he could stay out of trouble and stay away from alcohol and prove it with tests, she would buy him a car for his 16th birthday. She quickly realized that doing that 13 times could get quite expensive.
Times the Kardashians were exposed by former friends. Taylor Swift. Okay, so back in 2015, Taylor Swift surprisingly became BFFs with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. But their friendship did not last long. Things went sour when Kim dropped a bomb by sharing a private chat between Swift and West about his song Famous from 2016.
I was also to have said, I made her famous.
West and Kim claimed that Swift had been given the green light to mention her in the lyrics, but Taylor said she didn't know about the particular line, even though people were saying she did. And if you don't know the line, it's, "I made that famous, and I felt vindicted over the leaked conversation," she claimed. The line initially didn't mention the B word would be used. However, Kanye later changed it to say the B word without letting Taylor know. Taylor wrote on Instagram, "Instead of answering those who are asking how I feel about the video footage that leaked, proving that I was telling the truth the whole time about that call, you know, the one that was illegally recorded that somebody edited and manipulated in order to frame me and put me, my family, and fans through hell for 4 years. Taylor was not having it. She was coming for this West. She was like, you know what? Like, you guys are liars. This is what really happened. You know, Kim, she's good at what she does. She's good at keeping her name clear, but she loves that drama. So one thing about her, she's gonna fire back. So I mean, yeah, if you don't know about this whole situation, then you've been living on a rock, because the Taylor, Kim, and Kanye drama was crazy. And let's not forget when Kanye went on stage to take Taylor's award. That was a whole other thing. But anyways, next up, we have Larsa Pippen. So in the summer of 2020, there was some major Instagram drama when Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney all unfollowed Larsa. So people were obviously speculating something crazy happened because they had a pretty long time friendship. The reality TV star Larsa, who used to be tight with the Kardashians, spilled the tea on the Hollywood Raw podcast with Dax Holt and Adam Glynn. She said that the fallout was because of Kanye West, Kim's ex-husband. She said, "I just feel like Kanye was in a place where he really didn't trust anyone with Kim. Plus, Kanye used to call her up all crazy hours of night just to rant on and on. It got so bad that she eventually had to block his number." Pippen spilled the tea saying that West flipped his lid when his number got blocked and started trash talking her to Kim and, of course, the rest of the family, making things really awkward. There's apparently bad blood between Larsa and the Kardashian sisters, but it's not just about Kanye West. Travis Scott is also in the mix. She says that one night she bumped into Scott at a club and he totally ignored her and called Kylie Jenner and said that she was hitting on him, which she completely denies. So I guess things got pretty messy in this friendship and it never got resolved. Like, they are not friends anymore. Okay, next we have Blac Chyna. Before Blac Chyna got together with Rob Kardashian, she was really tight with Kim, and everything kind of went south when Tyga started dating Kylie. It wasn't until Chyna started seeing Rob that her friendship with Kim went completely south. Their relationship was a total mess. Then it gets worse. Chyna sued the Kardashians Jenner clan because her reality show Rob & Chyna got canceled. She said it was all because the Kardashians had influence at E! She claimed they ganged up on her to make her lose money and accused Rob of being abusive. But the Kardashians had the last laugh and won the whole lawsuit. So that was pretty messy, considering they have a daughter and, you know, it's Dream, if you guys didn't know. She's always hanging out with the other Kardashian kids, so it's kind of an unfortunate situation. So who do we have next? Jordyn Woods. So Kylie's old bestie, Jordyn Woods, you know, they had a whole fallout because rumors spread about her hooking up with Tristan Thomas, which was Khloe's man at the time. At first, the fam didn't believe it, considering how close she was with Kylie and even the whole family. But when multiple sources confirmed the story, Woods, who was living with Kylie at the time, had to pack her bags and move out. The whole thing blew up, and Jordyn ended up on the Red Table Talk with Jada Smith, who's also friends with her at the time.
We're all together, we're in a group. Never once did we leave the public area.
She said, "I did as much apologizing as I could do over the phone, over the text, and until I get the opportunity to talk face to face, could she really feel, you know, what I was saying? But I reached out and the opportunity is there. I offered as much as I could, a lie detector test, anything, whatever makes you feel better is what I want. But at least they know it's there." And now, as you know, like, I've been seeing TikToks with Jordyn and Kylie and Stas, and like, it seems like they're all buddies again, so clearly the drama is over.
Okay guys, we're back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you.
I don't know if she's necessarily close with Khloe or what happened over there, but I think they kind of all look past it. Britney Gastino. So Kim and Britney used to be besties, but things went sour after Kim married Chris Humphries, according to the New York Daily News. So when Kim announced her engagement, Britney apparently had some concerns about the relationship, and Kim did not take that well. Britney still went to the wedding, but after that, Kim reportedly stopped answering her calls. It seems like things are better between them now, but Britney even went on Kourtney's birthday trip with them in 2017. So I guess they're probably on good terms now, but one thing about Kim is don't tell her what to do and mind your own business or she'll come for you. Okay, next, Joyce Bonelli. So she's been doing the Kardashian Jenner's makeup for the whole decade, and she pretty much got dumped by them. All 5 sisters, including Kris Jenner, unfollowed Joyce on Instagram after she allegedly tried to go around them on a deal so the Kardashians wouldn't make money off of it, according to People. So in a 2017 chat with The Hollywood Reporter, Joyce spilled the beans about her tight bond with the Kardashians. They were constantly texting like every other day, but things got a little crazy when she claimed to have come up with Kanye West's catchphrase, that bleep cray, for a collab song with Jay-Z. That didn't sit well with the Kardashians, and it put some distance between them and Joyce. I've been with the girls for so long and we've been through so much. It's been over a decade. We've known each other since the beginning before they were famous. But clearly that did not matter to them. I mean, I guess they say if you cross the line, that's it. And that was that. Okay, so back in 2017, Kim had a serious fallout with her assistant, Stephanie Shepard. They've been working together since 2013, but it all went south when Stephanie wanted a bigger role in Kim's business, and it wasn't a good fit. Things got even more awkward when Kim found out that Kourtney and Stephanie were getting super close. Kourtney told Kim that Stephanie was feeling unfulfilled at work, and Kim was like, that's not cool. She should be talking to me about this, not you. So after a while of barely speaking to each other, Kim and Stephanie have finally made up and they're on good terms again, which is great. But I guess that was definitely an awkward period, and I don't know, maybe Kim was in the right in this situation. Monica Rose. So she was a stylist for the Kardashians and Jenners for a very long time and suddenly dropped by the entire family in 2017. People started making all sorts of guesses about what happened. In an interview with Andy Cohen, Kim said that she had her own reasons for breaking up with Rose, which is different from the rest of her family's reasons. Kim told Cohen that people thought Monica Rose was the reason why Kanye West decided to change Kim's style. Kanye even hired a whole new team for her. So I think people think that's the reason, and for me, maybe that is the reason. Kim said, "I needed a new vibe." Theories around why Rose was possibly fired only heightened after Khloe tweeted, "What would you do if you found out a friend was stealing from you? Would you cut off the friendship and let God handle it? Or would you go the legal route?" So it sounds like it was a little more intense than we might have thought. I mean, we know the Kardashians love the drama. We know they're very intense. But one thing about them is they got their business together and they will not let anyone get in between that. And when it comes to their lives, no one's gonna come in and tell them nothing. And I mean, good for them, right? Like, they've really built an empire and all the sisters make a good amount of money. And I mean, they've managed to stay relevant till this day. So clearly they're doing something right. Are they always the best people? Maybe not. Have they cut people off for no reason? It's possible. But we never really know what's going on behind the scenes, so it's hard to say.
All of us just need to have a bigger conversation about the beauty standards that we're setting. I don't want my daughter to do the things I did. I wish I'd never touched anything to begin with.
The Kardashians have been selling a big lie and a fantasy when it comes to beauty. And the truth about it is finally being exposed for the very first time. Over the past 15 years, no family has fueled a conversation around beauty ideals like the Kardashian Jenner sisters. With their distinctive physical features on display for the whole world to see, they have laid a solid foundation for launching product lines that have made them all extremely rich. While a few have openly acknowledged the use of Botox or fillers, the broader topic of potential surgical body modifications has generally been avoided, with, of course, some exceptions. Consequently, many viewers of their show, The Kardashians, were completely taken aback, especially by Kylie Jenner's candid revelation in the season 3 finale on July 27th, 2023, admitting that she underwent an augmentation to increase her chest size at the age of 19 years old. Now, criticism has been thrown at the Kardashian Jenner sisters for perpetuating unattainable beauty standards through actions like using Photoshop and filters to digitally alter their photos that they post on social media. Also, one of the most subtle yet harmful aspects of their influence on women's body perceptions, it lies in their implication that their appearances are purely the result of natural methods, like working out hard rather than cosmetic procedures. This point, by the way, was highlighted by Jessie Nealon, who is the author of Body Neutral, a revolutionary guide to overcoming body image issues. Now, in reference to the Kardashian Jenner sisters, Jessie Nealon affirms that they are selling a fantasy. Now, that's a quote. When you take a look at Kylie Jenner's casual comments about her augmentation in the season 3 finale, it was surprisingly honest and open. However, experts argue that this isolated instance of transparency doesn't really mean much given the years of harm already inflicted on women's perceptions of beauty. Notably, the first episode of their first show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, back in 2007, it started with a familial discussion about Kim Kardashian's backside. Now, Kris Jenner, the mother, famously referred to her daughter as having junk in the trunk. And surprisingly, this exchange appeared to foreshadow that the family would make their bodies the focal point of conversation and their future brands as well. Kim Kardashian and her sisters, all of them are known for their bodies in some way, shape, or form. After that, in the years to come, cosmetic surgery has become more prevalent than ever before, with a noticeable correlation between the physical features that the Kardashian sisters are known for and a surge in the popularity of corresponding procedures to enhance those particular physical features that the Kardashian Jenner sisters are known for. Following Kylie Jenner's admission of getting lip fillers back in 2016, the American Society for Plastic Surgeons reported a huge uptick in lip procedures. That goes to show you the influence of the Kardashian Jenners. Then in 2018, the same organization conducted a study that revealed a 256% rise in backside enhancing procedures since the year 2000, despite all the risks that go along with those procedures. During the third season of the Kardashians reality TV series, Kylie spoke with Khloe and Kourtney regarding the pressures that they face to modify their bodies. And Khloe, she acknowledged that it was because of public scrutiny. Also, overhearing her mom suggest that she needed a nose job. These and other pressures influenced her decision to alter her nose. And similarly, in the same season, Kylie, she openly admitted that she had enlargement surgery during her teenage years, which she now actually completely regrets. She also shared her hope that her daughter Stormi will stay away completely from body alterations. Kylie wants Stormi to follow a completely different path, and this is what she had to say about this. "I wish I could be her and just do it all differently because I wouldn't touch anything." Now, according to Jesse Nealand, the shift towards openness by the Kardashian and Jenner sisters is definitely a positive step. However, Jesse Nealand also says that the significant impact of their previous lack of transparency was the creation of an illusion that their looks could be replicated through exercise, as well as the use of specific supplements or the use of a particular product. Lying about surgical procedures by the sisters effectively sidestepped discussions involving privilege, available resources like money, of course, and the potential risks. So in effect, they set a completely unrealistic beauty standard, and many people who look up to the Kardashians and Jenners and they're inspired by their looks and their beauty were just completely left in the dark that a lot of their appearance was done through cosmetic procedures. It was not done naturally at all.
Kendall Jenner wants people to know she's not like her Kardashian sisters and is more of a Jenner. Some people are confused because obviously her last name is Jenner, but she's talking about being known under the Kardashian umbrella.
Kendall Jenner has spoken out against her family and shared that she never chose the path of fame. Rather, she, in a way, was forced into it. In a recent interview with the Wall Street Journal, Kendall Jenner opened up about her feelings of not fully belonging within the Kardashian Jenner family.
Kendall sat down with the Wall Street Journal for an exclusive interview where she opened up about her feelings towards being labeled a Kardashian. She said she doesn't quite feel like the rest of the Kardashian sisters, saying she feels out of place in her family.
Kendall, who's a professional model and businesswoman, expressed that she has always felt out of place in the public eye, as she was born into the spotlight without choosing it for herself. Kendall mentioned that her sisters, particularly Kim Kardashian, seem to thrive in the celebrity lifestyle and being constantly pursued by the paparazzi, but she doesn't share the same sentiment.
She compared herself to Kim, feeling like Kim was born to do this, and she would go to certain places because she knew the paparazzi would be there to photograph her.
By her circumstances, she considers herself to be incredibly fortunate to live the life that she does now, and Kendall acknowledged that her experience in the public eye has been more demanding than not, but she recognizes the privilege that comes with it. This is what she specifically said in her own words. I obviously understand I fall under the umbrella of the Kardashian sisters, but it's just weird to me because I'm just like my dad in so many ways. I'm such a Jenner in my opinion. Now, despite her feelings of not fully belonging within the Kardashian family, Kendall has still been involved in the Kardashian-centric show, The Kardashians, which is pretty much the streaming continuation of the original Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show. Kris Jenner, who's Kendall Jenner's mom and manager, acknowledged that the original reality show initially focused more on the older siblings, but stated that Kendall and Kylie naturally became more involved as they grew older and as the family faced various new dramas. However, Kris Jenner also mentioned that Kendall has always had reservations about participating in the show and has preferred to take on more of a role on the sidelines rather than being a central figure. And yes, Kendall was kind of pushed into being in the show in the limelight. And despite her reluctance though, Kendall's presence on the show has been notable, reflecting her ongoing journey and experiences within the Kardashian family's reality TV empire. And while it is true that Kendall Jenner does receive less screen time compared to her other sisters, it appears to be definitely a deliberate choice. However, despite any initial reservations or feelings of not fully fitting in and all of that, Kendall has chosen to be an executive producer for the show The Kardashians, and this decision right here, it shows that she recognizes the potential advantage and opportunities that come with being associated with a high-profile series like The Kardashians. So I guess with all of that being considered, she can look past all of the grievances and differences of her family's lifestyle when it comes to her preferences, because she does get a benefit from being involved with what the family does. But Kendall had this to say about her situation, and I quote, she said that it's challenging for me a lot more than it is not. I consider myself one of the luckiest people on the planet to be able to live the life that I live. I'm not going to sit here and say poor me about the attention, but I do think that it's pretty intense. People are more mean to my family in general. They take everything and make it a bad thing. So I can definitely see where Kendall is coming from. It's definitely a lot stressful more than other occupations to be in the public eye and see all the criticism that you're facing. And she may not have initially wanted it, but I guess now she goes along with it because she's grown to be accustomed with it, even though it wasn't her preference. And she sees the benefits with sticking with her family and supporting what they do, because after all, she has gained a lot of fame and a lot of wealth for doing so. So guys, what are your thoughts about this? Let me know down below in the comments section. Do you see Kendall's point, or do you think that she's actually kind of whining in a way? She's not being too genuine. I know there's a lot of different opinions about Kendall at this point. A lot of her fans are really upset because they're saying, you're kind of whining about your situation, but pretending like you're not whining about your situation.